I'm Meredith.
I'm Christina.
And we are...
From the 16-Bit Sirens.
I'm new. Hi, everyone. So I am visiting Christina in the beautiful city of Los Angeles. Well, technically the suburbs. And I wanted to do a video with her. You guys know I like to do comic book reviews, so I've roped Christina in to join me. And it might become a regular thing, because I've got some news to announce at the end of this video. So, Christina, being New Comic Book Day, I asked Christina the most important question of Wednesdays: where's your local comic book shop?
Which, for me, it's DJ's Universal Comics on Ventura Boulevard in Studio City. It's my favorite. The guy that owns it is super awesome.
He was so nice.
Yeah. Go there if you live in Los Angeles. I promise you he'll treat you really well. His name's Kat. Really cool dude. And today, I decided to pick up a few things. I picked up Walking Dead from a couple weeks ago, and then I picked up something new. I picked up X-Men #1. And I remember seeing this a while back online, the cover art. And I was really drawn to it because it's an all-girl cast, which normally isn't my thing. I'm not like, ooh, a girl comic. I actually usually get repelled by those. But the cast is really cool. You have Kitty Pryde, you have Jubilee, you have Psylocke, Storm, Rogue, and Rachel, for me, is a new character. I've been a little out of the loop with Marvel a tiny bit. I haven't read in a pretty long time. Here and there I pick up some things, but it's been a while. So, yeah.
Yeah, I was super excited because Brian Wood is the writer, and Brian Wood is one of my favorite comic book writers of all time. He does my favorite series, DMZ, that ended last year, but his work on the Marvel stuff the past couple of months has been absolutely phenomenal, and with Quapel doing the pencils and some of the inks, I was like, I have to pick this up. Again, like you, I tend to not go for the all-girl cast because, let's be honest, a lot of time females in Cape Comics aren't written very well. DC's done a lot to let me down, yeah, but Marvel's really good. They have a good handle on it, and I really like a lot of the costume designs they made. They actually made them super conservative, and, you know, as a female and a cosplayer, I actually kind of like that. You know, when I do my new Psylocke costume, I won't have my TNA hanging all over the place.
But, and the thing is, they're conservative, but they're still sexy.
They are! Because the characters themselves are strong, independent women and not, you know.
Oh, but, and for me, I forgot to say, too, I love that they left the Mohawk on Storm. I love Mohawk Storm. So
Mohawk Storm is the best. You know what? Bryan Singer, get that straight for that new Days of Future Past movie. Halle Berry, put that Mohawk on.
Do it!
So what did you think of the comic? Having not read X-Men in several years, what was your take on this?
I really enjoyed it. It's nice seeing characters that I'm very familiar with, which would be, you know, especially Rogue, Storm, and pretty much all of them except Rachel, who I'm not familiar with. I had to ask her, I was like, who is this girl? She looks like Jean Grey, kind of, but I know it's not her. Her name's Rachel, and you told me.
It is the daughter of Jean Grey and Scott Summers from an alternate future timeline. She's sent back in the past, and you know how this stuff goes. She ends up hanging around in space with the Starjammers for a while, and now she is one of the teachers at Jean Grey School of Higher Learning, which I will tell you all about that on another day.
So far behind. The best thing about this comic book is because of characters like Rachel, and we'll give away possibly a spoiler in a little bit. A couple of characters that I'm not very familiar with. It makes me want to research and get some of the past books and catch up. One of the things I loved about, too, is that it was fast-paced without being, like, you didn't breeze through the book really fast. The artwork is so beautiful that you get really drawn into it. The story is interesting, and I chuckled a couple of times, and I went, oh shit, a couple of times. And the ending definitely made me really want to pick up #2 right away, and I have to wait till next month, and that drives me nuts. That's what I've been experiencing with Walking Dead, so it's nice to have a comic book where I feel that way again.
Yeah, I was really super stoked about it. It's one of those good, you know, issue #1s are hard books to get into because you have to give enough setup that you want to continue reading the book.
Yeah.
And you know, there was some really good action, fast-paced moments where they did kind of rein it in. It was a nice mix of action and dialogue, you know, flipping between, you know, several different scenes of people. And I'm going to, you know, one of the main characters that they brought in that's new, a potential villain, maybe? Potential good guy? I don't know. It's John Sublime, who was brought about in the early part of 2000 for the new X-Men.
So I'm a tiny bit familiar with, but
yeah,
not
yeah, and they kind of retconned some of the Weapon X and Weapons Plus history stuff, that he is one of the, you know, men behind getting all that, because he's this organism that came from space and, you know, doesn't really like mutant kind, but also wants to advance mutant genetics. His story's a little murky, but he was a phenomenal villain, and he's got some great tension with Psylocke, which they brought into this book, and it really shows. And I'm really excited to see what they do with him, because the the big thing in this, and they say it outright. I mean, if you've read the first like preview pages, is that his sister organism that was split off, that went to a different alien world, has now come to Earth to possibly destroy humans, maybe destroy mutants.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah. Maybe destroy everything, or maybe they're just in league with each other. We don't know, but that's the beauty of this arc. I'm really excited. Marvel's done some really good stuff. I am happy to kind of get away from the AVX that was going on. You know, Avengers versus X-Men. It's always hard when you have two good guys pitted against each other and two great teams of great people fighting against each other. It just kind of got rough, and I think it's nice to kind of pull back in to the basics and give us a single villain and a good storyline to love and hate. And so I'm really excited to see what Wood and Quapel and the whole team have in store for us over the next couple
I certainly
months.
have high hopes. I know it's early to say that because it's only the first issue, but definitely has me interested. And sometimes first issues are boring. I've had a couple that I was like, I don't really want to read the rest, so I'll give it another try, but they did a really good job. You should definitely pick it up.
Yeah, I know, and we'll have to wait till next month, but we'll be able to review it together next month because I'm moving to Los Angeles. I know, that's my big news. My friend, you might know her as Claire Max. She's another awesome costumer, and I signed a lease on a place here in LA earlier this week. So I am now a resident. Well, we'll be a resident, and I'm going to be like 10 minutes away from you, so it'll be great. Sorry, East Coast. We've had our love affair, but it's time to go.
I'm stealing her.
She is. But yeah, anyway, so I'm Meredith. I go by Anna Aesthetic.
I'm Christina, and I go by Booba Fett.
And we're with
16bitsirens.com.
.com.
Go check us out.
Bye.
Bye.